What's up, guys? BARRYGAMING here, back with some more Eternal Evolution, and today we're actually going to be going over a little bit more in detail of the new Dessa Caves levels EX 1, 2, and 3. So 3, at least for an earlier account, really difficult to deal with because you're literally going up against two of the same boss. EX 1, a little bit on the easier side, and we're going to talk about the strategy that we used to get a pretty good clear time and clear out all the rewards. Now, we do, of course, have the brand new hero, Riserris, which does seem to be, Riserris. She seems to be amazing, mainly because she is a pure attack speed style hero. You'll see here we're actually running 290 additional. We now have the Zephyr set, so we have an additional 40 coming from the 2 set, and we're running the Gluttony set, giving AS to 250 and basic attack increased by 50%, which is really good combo for her. So why is this so important? Well, there's a couple things that go on here, and just want to note too, we at the time did not have the Phantom speed enhancement to hunters as a doubled effect, but that will make it even better once I hit that button right there. So let's go over her skills and why this is happening. Well, based on how much 200 additional AS she has, she'll cast 1 additional missile up to an additional 4 missiles. This is very much similar to how Emma works as well, because on Emma's active ability here as well, if you take a look at it, Emma fires an additional normal crossbow arrow for every 200 points of additional bonus AS, up to a total of 11. So again, this is another hero. We're running 300 AS just built into her. We're doing the same exact thing at this point. Before, we didn't have the additional 40 from the Zephyr sets and stuff like that, but we were running the Gluttony set on her. You don't need to worry about crit damage on her either, so you can run like a full attack build and stuff like that. But the thing that really kicks in is Riserris enters Nightmare mode. Basic attacks and skills now target 2 different targets for 10 seconds. And then in Nightmare mode, she gets an additional 300 attack speed, which is amazing. Now, the one other thing to talk about here is the Phantom speed. Well, Riserris is on the battlefield. All allied heroes' basic attacks can trigger the special effect, dealing additional true damage. That is where this one comes in, where we're going to deal even more damage, and all allied heroes receive a 100 AS boost, which is again really important because we're all about attack speed on this boss. So between her and Emma, they're our main 2 damage dealers that we're dealing with, and then we're going to need res. Where are you, my man? You're way down the list. We're going to be feeding his active stimulant into Riserris every single time the bosses pop up. So there is one little side thing. I have seen people go in on this and actually not have Riserris, but for the EX1 have like a very strong bot mark with Res and Emma. You do need Emma no matter what, and you do need bot work. That's how you get EX1 taken care of. You kind of saw us do it yesterday. But today, we're going to show you EX2 because there are 2 bosses you need to hit, and there is a very specific setup of combinations you need to do on how you're hitting the enemy. So I'm going to see if I can replicate what we did yesterday. I was able to clear it a few different times. Let's just jump in. We're going to challenge this one, and this is essentially going to be our setup here. We are going to be having Riserris on the bottom spot, so you can't really see. Let me actually... where's my webcam? I'm going to hide myself right now so you can see the actual layout while we're going over this. So we have Emma, we have Riserris, we need Masrani here, and then we also need Rez. So Rez is going to be pumping all his actives in here. The other thing I'm using is it's really not a great copy, although it does have an ultimate upgrade here. Elias, basically because increases AS by 250% when a basic attack inflicts damage to 2 or more enemies. There are 2 enemies here, so technically this can trigger and go off. It does also help, I believe with our main man here, but I'm not sure if it actually works that way. And then of course we have pretty much budget stuff down the bottom here. Nothing super special. We're going for like a damage oriented one. You can always go for something different if you want like more healing or something. That would be great. But we're basically running this on auto except for res. Now it's very important because the main boss here, number 1, his AoE goes off first. The second one down here, it takes a couple extra seconds to actually trigger. So making sure his shields drop down to 0 the fastest is important, which is why we put Emma across from here, because Emma will by default attack here, and then Riserris will attack the bottom one, and then both of them at the same time. There's less stacks on the bottom one as well. So let's jump in here. Might as well use all of our chances right now. So immediately I'm going to go to our auto here and pause. Hold on. So everything can run as normal. Res is the only thing we are going to manually control here. And again, survivability does become an issue at a certain point. I can't do EX3 just because my team can't survive. I can't have my Nord tank essentially. And this is what we're doing here. We're feeding all of our actives into right here, because you'll notice there's 2 targets now that need their shields popped. And this is the Riserris basically gets the second one done. Oh, it might be close. It might be close. So you'll see not every time does it work, even with the AS setup that we have going on here. I do want to manage. I want to get this one time. I want to get it because we did it a couple times yesterday. I was able to clear it one time, and then I was also able to get a bonus one off. I feel like I controlled the Nord manually as well. I might need to leave the Nord out of his active. We'll have to see. So getting down here is really fast and easy. We're going to use the res to stimulate a second time. There's really no point putting on an Emma unless you manually control where she's going as well. But you'll see how this one, the aura, it takes a little bit more time to go off here. I guess what I could do is we could put it on Emma as well, but we're going to have to manually control Emma at that point. So let's do this. I'll show you guys what we're going to do, because if you leave it on auto for Emma, she's just going to target the big boss once again. That's good for the first one, but the second one, we definitely need her to change target. So we're going to slow this down to 1 time to make sure we get everything off that we need to. So first off, so you can position it. Auto, it's always going to pick the one closest though. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do that, and then we're going to go to Emma's second active here, or second ultimate. And then we're immediately going to switch targets over the bottom one. That way that we can crack there. And then we can start going crazy with our Nord. Let our Nord take out the healing bug down here, hopefully. Honestly, just running this on full manual might be the best result for like everybody here, just because of the way this works out. It can be really, really annoying to have to use all these skills, but if you're targeting stuff properly, it just makes your life so much better. Making sure the Nord drops down here to take out that bug as well is very huge. And you can see survivability can potentially be an issue. All right, so we're up for the next one right here. So we're going to go Emma here. We're going to have you just hit everybody in the middle, take out the bug. We're going to feed another active over to Emma. Whew, you can see it is a very high stressful situation, making sure these all go off properly. And then we're going to change the second one down to here. Oh no. Oh, we just barely got it. But you can see it is like very, very close. But this is the way we actually managed to get it done. Manually controlling everything is going to be the way to go. And yeah, on EX2, if you do not have the newest hero, I really do not think you're gonna come away with a victory. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hopefully it helps you guys out as well. We're going to be trying to put out more actual guides on content. We should be having access to a better account very soon as well, which will help a lot when trying to show you guys the best way to clear these game modes. This is how we did it. Hopefully it helps you out as well, and I'll see you guys next time.